What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to Life to Metal. Going to be doing a bootlegs and live albums vinyl update today. So this is bootlegs and live albums I picked up over the past few months, 3 months or so. First three all from the same band. Going to start with Judas Priest. This is Mother Son, a collection of rare live and studio recordings, 73 to 78. Features a couple tracks that were not recorded to albums, but let me just go over real quick. So White Heat, Red Hot, Victim of Changes, Beyond the Realms of Death, and Starbreaker, all recorded in 1978 at BBC sessions. And then side 2 has Rock-a-Rolla, Dreamer Deceiver, Whiskey Woman, and a song that's nearly, well, it's a little over 10 minutes long, called Mother Son, a song that was never recorded for any of the albums, but this is all early stuff, you know. This is all Rock-a-Rolla and Sad Wings of Destiny era Priest stuff, and I like that era of Priest a lot. I like any of the 70s. I like any Priest, but huge fan of Priest. But my favorite era of Priest is definitely the 70s. But cool package, lots of cool pictures of the band early on. Got your Bob Halford photo there with long blonde hair. Yeah, great stuff. I really enjoyed this one. I've played it several times since. Great sound quality, since it's all, you know, recorded live in the studio kind of stuff. Next up, this is Judas Priest live in New York, 1982 FM broadcast. Alright, that's what it's called. That's not what it actually is. It is an FM broadcast. It was recorded live at the Palladium in New York in 1979. This is a 2 LP set. It's not a gatefold. It's just an oversized sleeve. But yeah, live in New York, 1982 is incorrect. The photographs are incorrect. But it's a fantastic live show from '79 that was an FM broadcast. Just check out this track listing. So Hellbent for Leather, Delivering the Goods, Running Wild, The Ripper, Beyond the Realms of Death, Diamonds and Rust, White Heat, Red Hot, Sinner, Green Man Unleashed, Victim of Changes, Genocide, Starbreaker, Take on the World, and Tyrant. Just fantastic. All 70s Priest, all prime Priest. Yeah, very good stuff. If this would have been recorded in '82, it would have had a very different track listing than that. And I looked it up, and yeah, it was recorded in '79 at the Palladium. Actually, it was after the last show of the U.S. tour, 1979, in New York. So, but and like I said, if you can find this one, fantastic sound, fantastic track listing, very good, well worth owning if you're a Priest fan. And finally, this is Somewhere Under the Rainbow, Denver, Colorado, June 25th, 1980. Again, mostly 70s Priest, but you're going to get some of the British Steel stuff on here, which you do. Hellbent for Leather, The Ripper, Running Wild, Living After Midnight, Beyond the Realms of Death, Grinder, You Don't Have to Be Old to Be Wise, Victim of Changes, Steelers, and Tyrants. Sound quality, this one's decent too. Beginning of it, it sounds to me like it's a soundboard recording, so the vocals are a little loud at the beginning, and it gets better as it goes on. I actually had this one on CD for years, so very cool that it came out on vinyl. Probably for, you know, this was probably been on vinyl before. I didn't look it up, but I imagine it has been. But nice to have it on vinyl again. I don't have any idea what the rainbow has to do with anything. But yeah, quality live bootleg from Priest. Next one I believe is an official release on Frontier Records. This is one that just came out. This is the Oyster Cult, the 40th anniversary of Agents of Fortune live 2016. They play the entire album live front to back. I can only imagine that they don't own the rights to this album, so they released this as it's a way to release it and make some money on their own. And it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. You know, it's not Blue Oyster Cult in their prime, you know, but it's still a very good recording. Lots of energy in the show, lots of energy from the crowd. Quite enjoyed it. So it is a gatefold. Let me see if there's let me show you the gatefold in this one, because I do believe it has some cool pictures in there. Nice cover artwork, nice back cover artwork matching the original. Yeah, there is. That's I remember. There's some photos from the show, which is nice. It's nice when the live album actually features photos from that show, or at least from that era. Bootlegs tend to be wrong in that area. They just always seem to be. I always call it the genius in packaging when it comes to bootlegs, because there's just so many of them that are off. Like that Priest one from. I mean, not even the title's correct. It's 1979. It says 1982. The photos are off from Scream Your Vengeance tour, but yeah, not. Anyhow, Blue Oyster Cult, Agents of Fortune 40th anniversary, great album. This is another bootleg. This is Thin Lizzy back in Chicago. The Riviera broadcast April 21st, 1976. Fantastic sounding show. It sounds to me like it was probably taken from a tape. I can't verify that 100%. Let me tell you the track listing first. Radio broadcast recorded live at the Riviera Theater, Chicago, Illinois, 21st of April, 1976. Jailbreak, Boys Are Back in Town, Emerald, It's Only Money, Blues Boy, Warrior, Rosalie, Suicide, Angel from the Coast, Sha-La-La, and The Rocker. And I believe Sha-La-La had a drum solo in it, if I'm not mistaken. And then It's Only Money, of course, was a song that ended up not being recorded for an album. But sound quality is good. It's clear, it's clean. It's obviously a radio broadcast. However, I think this was taken from a tape because maybe it's just me. I've listened to it twice already, and both times to me it sounded like it was dragging a little bit. Like the band was dragging and the vocals were dragging. Like some tapes over time can stretch and they tend to need to be pitch corrected, and this to me sounds like it was taken from an old tape and not pitch corrected. So while I'm a Thin Lizzy fanatic and would have bought it no matter what because I collect anything from Thin Lizzy, I'm a little disappointed that it's like that. And perhaps somebody else has purchased this recently and will correct me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just my ear, but to me it sounded a little slow, a little off. Like the tape was a little slow and it wasn't pitch corrected. So there you go. Thin Lizzy back in Chicago, 76. Oh, this next one's fantastic, man. It's awesome. Live at Reading Festival, 1980. So this features mostly tracks from the Reading Festival. So you've got Prowler, Remember Tomorrow, Killers, Running Free, Transylvania, and Iron Maiden, all recorded live at the Reading Festival in 1980. But the B-side has Phantom of the Opera, Sanctuary, and Drifter, recorded at the Marquee in 1980. And then it's got Iron Maiden, recorded live at the Marquee, and also in 1980, but a different month. And then track 5 is recorded live from Top of the Pops, and that is Woman in Uniform live. So this is very, very cool. I really enjoyed this one. Again, this is by the same company that did that Priest one I showed earlier, so you can see the very similar packaging. Nice that you know, again, you've got the correct lineup and the correct photos, much like that Judas Priest one did, Mother Son. So I really like the packaging on this one as well as the music. So very well worth picking up. Vern Records out of France is where this one's on. Okay, this is the last one in this edition. This is definitely an official release. I've actually had this one for several months. I pre-ordered it, but this is Gary Moore, live from London. I love Gary Moore. I like the stuff he did with Thin Lizzy. I like the stuff he did on his own as a solo artist and various bands he was in. And I also like his blues stuff, but his blues stuff's not my favorite stuff. I tend to prefer his hard rock stuff, his metal stuff from the 80s, and even his bluesier rock stuff from the 70s. But especially the stuff he did with Phil Lynott. But this here is mostly a blues record. So you've got Oh Pretty Woman, Bad For You Baby, Down the Line, Since I Met You Baby, Still Got the Blues, Have You Heard, All Your Love, The Mojo Boogie, I Love You More Than You'll Ever Know, Too Tired, Walking By Myself, The Blues Is Alright, and then a bluesy version of Parisian Walkways. So it's blue vinyl, nice packaging. Like I said, this is an official release on what label is this on? Provoke Records. So here's your gatefold. Matches the outer sleeve. Very, very nice design, nice graphics, nice read on here. Something written by Henry Yates. Lineup was Vic Martin keys, Peter Reese bass, Steve Dixon guitars, and Gary Moore vocals and guitar. Recorded live at the O2 Island Academy, December 2nd, 2009. So very cool. This is on a blue, like an emerald blue vinyl. Emerald? Emerald's on blue or green. On a navy blue vinyl. I was thinking emerald because of Thin Lizzy, I think. Regardless, great album. Really glad to have it. Like I said, I pre-ordered this one. Unfortunately, when I pre-ordered it, it came in the mail, and the mail beat it up pretty bad, and I paid way too much for it. Sometimes, if it gets a dog or something, whatever, stuff happens. But I paid way too much for this one to not get a clean copy. So their label ended up sending me another copy, and I was going to send the other one back, but they didn't want it back, so I ended up just giving it to a friend. because it was not, the records were fine. It was just it got a little bent. The record did. So anyhow, that's it for my live updates, my live records and bootlegs. I will be doing another video soon this week as well. I got another vinyl update coming up. I got another Thrash Gems video coming up. So lots of stuff coming up. Appreciate y'all watching. God bless. Stay strong.